Notification. Yeah. Welcome to Beyond Sight, a channel geared towards espiritismo, spiritual guidance, development, and inspirational stories. And I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for my new subscribers. Love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting Beyond Sight and liking and commenting. And once again, if you have a inspirational story yourself, or if there is something you want to hear more of, then please do leave it in the comments, and I will oblige. Okay, whether it's a spiritual question or inspirational, all are welcome. Okay, you don't have to be how do you say, involved in the religion, because again, many of these spiritual stories are geared towards inspiring you in life in general. Okay, and some funny little stories also, some silly ones. I'm going to start, because laughter is good, right? That fills the soul and makes us feel good. So once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And along with our inspirational story, we will attempt to do a little mini cowrie shows. It's yes and no questions, and we'll allow spirit to answer you with a simple yes or no. Okie dokie, pokey. My pokey community, I love you guys very much. Yes, thank you, thank you. Once again, I am not a card player or collector, which I do kind of collect, because I collect all Jigglypuffs and Kirby's and anything that looks like Jiggly. I love so much. Yes. But there are many great channels of Pokemon card collectors, and soon I shall be listing them on my channel list. Remember, Beyond Sight is not that savvy technology-wise. No. But life, oh yeah. You're in the right place. Okay, so on with our story. Today, I want to quote a story that I heard, and it's very interesting. It goes along with what I'm going to speak about today, and we're going to speak about uh, characteristics and reputation. Are they one of the same? And as I've learned, no, they're not. Characteristics are who we are, who who we are, since we was born, in our DNA. Okay. Sometimes we need to modify our characteristic, whether negative or positive, uh, only because either we give too much or not at all. But our characteristic is what it is, okay? But our reputation is what how others see us. Labels that have been placed on us by society or our loved ones, and they don't make it necessarily so, you know. As I've said, a blank piece of paper holds a whole whatever words that you put on it, and 95% of the time, it's not actuality. It's not so. Sometimes our reputation um, has confliction with our characteristic only because we start believing that reputation of ourselves. You know, when we become depressed or we have low esteem or someone pounds it in our heads for so many years, constantly beating us with this, we start believing that reputation. But Beyond Sight is here to tell you, no, we could release ourselves from that image, from that thought out of our heads or life. You know, as I've said before, I worked in a rehabilitation center for drug addicts. And many times when I first started, over 25, 30 years ago, the mentality was the counselors used to tell, or the doctors used to say to the patient, oh, wait, how old was you when you started using drugs? And they would say, oh, 9 or 10. Okay, so now your intelligence, your ability to to consume or to understand information is limited to that age. You know, 9 or 10 years old. You would never ever grow out of that stage because you use drugs. And as time has gone by and many studies have been done, that's not so. There are many, many, many people in in these programs that today have achieved a high school diploma, have achieved college status, you know, have achieved to to have a job and get off the warfare or the, I don't know what they call it where you're at, but government help. They no longer doing that, So those studies years ago was not so. So what they labeled the person has no value. Again, our characteristic is what does not change. It could be modified, but it does not change. Our reputation is non-void. Please keep that in mind. So if you're labeled, stupid or a floozy or you know, whatever it might be, you know. For example, if I take a can of vegetables and I ripped the label off. It's a plain can now. So does it change the inside of it? When I open it, am I gonna get fruit? No. When I open it, I'm still gonna get mixed vegetables because it is what it is. Same scenario with labeling. You know, reputation. You know, is a label. Others, or sometimes even ourselves, have placed on ourselves. Um, Another true story, for example, when I think I was maybe in fifth grade, fifth or sixth grade, there was a young lady, and she was a lot bigger than me. She almost looked like a man, but it was a young lady, and she was the toughest thing in that school. Everybody feared her. And, I used to see her, I used to stay out of her way, but, didn't really fear her. And she went around the school like a bull, bumping heads with everybody. So one day, in the lunchroom, she approached me and she said a few words, and I was pleasant with her, but she started picking on me. And my hair, I used to wear two long braids or one long braid all the way down past my knee. And she would grab those braids and torment me, stick gum on my hair. This girl taunted me for maybe about 2 years. Anywho, after years, I didn't see her anymore until one time I moved into an area in the Bronx, and one summer I was working up the block, and this big woman was approaching me, and I looked at her, and she seemed familiar. She looked at me like she knew me, but she passed me by. Another day I saw her, and same scenario. We looked at each other like we knew each other, but wasn't sure. So she stopped me. She says, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" And I looked deep in her eyes, and I was like, "Oh, yes, you." I got startled a little bit, and I kind of did start sweating. And I was like, now she's really gonna beat me up. But I stood my ground, and the girl all of a sudden opened up her arms and threw her humongous body on me. And back then I was weighing like 130, 35 pounds, and this woman had to weigh more than 300 pounds, and maybe about 6 feet tall. And she threw herself on me and hugged me. Oh my goodness. Ah, I love you. We gotta get together. And I looked at her and I was like, look at this. This woman that everybody feared her and labeled her the torment, the bull of the school, the big bully. And she was a big sweet teddy bear. I learned a lot of her, that she was abused by her father. Her mother was running the streets, and she was trying to take care of her brothers and sisters about the age of 10, 11 years old, you know. So this goes to say, we don't know who we're standing next to, you know. And everybody wanted to label her, but the girl was hurt back then, you know, and nobody knew it, you know. It came out a different way, you know. She had a bad reputation, but her characteristic is that I really saw now was loving and caring, and everything that she told me. Definitely true story. Yeah, and we stood in contact for a while. She has children of her own that were in college, and yeah, I even gave her one of my cats that she fell in love with. Yeah, yeah. God bless her. So, the other mini story I want to share with you, this is also a true story. I think it was Dr. Wayne Dyer shared it, and I'm quoting a true story of a woman from Africa. I believe it is. You can look it up on Google or YouTube. Her name is Pilgrim. Prince Pilgrim. So she went on saying that in her and her tribe and her little community, when a child or an adult did a bad thing, whatever bad is, right? Instead of kicking them while they were down, what they would do, they would take a chair and sit them in the middle of the community, middle of the village, and everybody in that village would come to this person daily and speak to them. Not all they did wrong, but they are all they see that is good within the person. Meaning, let's say me, for instance, taking the my friend, you know, I would say to her that she's caring, loving, um, good hearted, a strong person. You know, they would speak all good point out all their good characteristics, you know, to the person. Then the next person will come and they would do the same, and on and on. And the person wouldn't be removed from that chair until every single person spoke something positive to the person of their characteristic or something good that the person done for that other person, you know. And this is done to encourage, to build, to make stronger, you know, the good in a person. Not highlight the negative and the bad. And we have a habit of doing that. When we argue with a loved one, a husband, our son, a brother, friend. No, but you said this, and you don't have a $3,000 purse. We point out all the negative. You know, you told me so. Why? You know, we point out all the negative. We don't look at the part that we play in. You know, but in this situation, that is no equal. You know, but instead of flipping it and say, honey, you know, I understand you had a lot on your mind, and I hear you, but you're a very good listener, or you are very good at hammering that nail in the wall. You know, not say, oh, you no good for nothing. You didn't hammer the nail in the wall. You understand? You know, pointing out the good, and lifting up all that is good in that person, and not chop them down, build them up. And that's just marvelous. You should listen to that story. I highly recommend it. Again, her name is Prince. I mean, her name is Peace Pilgrim. It's a very short story, but it's very encouraging and inspiring. Yeah, it gave me a chance to take a look at. Um, I've done that a few times myself in my lifetime. You know, so it brings some awareness to you. Yes, hope you got something out of that. And thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to do a Kawisha reading. And again, is you ask a yes or no. We don't ask why, how, and when. We just ask a straightforward question. For example, is Sandra going to receive another subscriber today, February 7th? And one child fell. They said, nope, not today. Okay. Don't cross your legs or your arms. Clear your mind. I'm going to find out which ones are going to speak. Bocano. Bear with me for a second until I get 4 shells. We need one more. Okie dokie. Okay, I'm gonna shake them. I'm gonna present them to the screen, and you're gonna go 3 times, ask your question, and then I'll shuffle those. Presenting them, half, half, half. Ask your question. Okay, and then I'm gonna release them. Okay. Okay, for your first question, you have a no, and it's a tower. And if we get two towers, the reading is done. Okay, and the tower usually depicts um it's on spirit time, so it refers us to go back to spirit. So I'm going to shake one more time with the same question you asked. Okay, we're not going to change the question yet. How weird is that? Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. Now you got
Service updating.
I'm sorry. One day. One day. Now you got an Ife. You got two up and two down, meaning it's balanced, but being that we got a tower before, this has to do something with spirit. So spirit is saying not saying no, but it's in the future. Okay, it's in the future. Don't stop uh with this question, whatever it was. Don't stop reaching for it, or don't start looking into it, because in the near future, um this is going to come to fruition. But the spirit is saying, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, hold on, horsey, not too fast. Okay, I'm gonna clear my half, a different question. Ready? I'm gonna go two more times. All right. I don't know why one of the cowrie shells comes out on the edge again. Hopefully you didn't ask the same question, because it came out another tower. And that's spirit speaking. No, no, and no. If it was the same question as before, there's a time and a place. And right now is not. Okay? Clear. Half, change your question. And sometimes we try to change around the same question. And spirit knows. Okay? I might not know, but spirit does. So just info. Okay? Half, state a different question. And we're going to. Okay. Now you got three up and one down. That's Onokana. It's kind of a no, is a maybe. And again, it's saying go back to spirit, you know, Lord Jesus, that's saying all in divine timing. And the time is not right now, you know, the time is not right now, honey. I don't see it too far away, but you need not to do anything because it's being done for you. You understand? If you put your 2 cents in there and push the issue, what's gonna happen is you're gonna mess everything up. So just leave the situation, whatever you asked about, and go on to something else. Because spirit has your back, but you gotta trust, you gotta believe, you gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. Again, have faith that doing nothing and everything is getting done. I'm going to allow you to throw one more time. Half, half, half. State one more different question. Don't cross your arms, your legs. Okay? We good. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Yeah. This one is a definite no. It's a Yeko. Oyeko is four backs up. This one definitely no. No, 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 no. No, it's about it. Leave it alone. Go on to something else. It's it's not in the cards for you. Especially at this moment. Nope. There's much to do before this comes into fruition. All right. So my best advice for you is to listen to that Itawa, and you prayed on it. You asked for something. The only thing that you have to do is make sure you did it with faith, and then back up. Allow the universe to do its magic. You know. But it only does its magic if there is no doubt in your words. Okay? I love you guys so much. You know, good luck with that. And we want to give thanks to La Gloire, Baba, Jamala Bendición, including my cowrie shows. Where all that is good and pure and divine in Jesus' name. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys for finding time and viewing this channel. And like, share, and comment, and subscribe. And let's help this message get to more people that might need to hear it. Also, here on Beyond Sight, all are welcome. And we're